Mother, man.
What's up? It's your boy, Punky Brooks. Chijon Gang. Shit, only 419 Crips is real, homie.
Spreading faster than a case of the clap in a trailer court. Able to shatter eardrums within a 666-mile radius. A podcast more brutal than all the rest. It's Murder Metal Mayhem!
All right, what the hell is up, gentlemen?
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, it's Tuesday, and of course, we're throwing down New Murder Metal Mayhem tonight here at Horns High Studios for the Horns High Podcast Network, episode 191, inching ever closer to that elusive 200. But we're killing it over here.
So
man.
close to 200, it's so fucked.
It is. It's crazy to think. And Chris, Joey, Chris, you're here with me in the studio. Joey is at the 419 studios over there in Ohio. How's it going, Joey?
Not bad. Hanging out. Still alive.
That's
still alive. Catalytic converter still safe.
Still got the catalytic converter. We're good.
Dude, my mom was telling me dude didn't fucking, at her work, didn't park the box truck in the bay where it's supposed to be correctly. Both of the catalytic converters the next day were gone, dude.
Damn.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, man, they're just fucking looking for that shit.
Like, goddamn crackheads.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, ours at work costs $1,400 to replace, so it's not cheap. Yeah. All right. Well, what T-shirts we got on here, Chris? What you got?
I got one of my many Horrid Demise shirts. I got like fucking 4 different Horrid Demise shirts.
Nice.
Fucking sick-ass shit. Hell yeah.
Very cool. Joey, what about you? What you got going on over there?
I got the Sexual Atrocities Party Grind shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Had to rock this since we'll be seeing them at Full Terror again for sure.
Definitely.
That's awesome. And I got my Cannibal Corpse shirt on. Definitely digging this. Always get some good looks at the local Family Dollar, you know, going into local establishments in this little town. People love watching, looking at my shirts and just kind of looking down like they don't want to look at me too far. You know, it's kind of fun.
This dude scares me.
It is. I mean, the Hannibal Lecter one, I get it. That's pretty shocking. You know, it's like the face is like the size of my torso.
Right.
Kind of freaky looking, but anyway, so. All right, well, last week, guys, we did a really good one on a sick and twisted pedophile serial killer from Belgium, old Mark Dutroux, who I believe that son of a bitch got us in Facebook jail.
I think that's the reason, yeah.
I think that's why we're in Facebook jail, because of the post I put about him being a pedophile and a rapist. I believe that those words probably don't go
triggered
real
somebody.
good on Facebook. Piss somebody off. So they don't even tell me how long we're in jail for. It said a few days. I don't know what that means. So I will see. But right now I can't post anything in
That's
Facebook.
so fucked up.
It's fucked up. Yeah, so it's unfortunate. It's also strange they don't tell you what's the problem.
Yeah,
like, how are you supposed to fix it if you don't tell me? I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know. I mean,
Right.
For all I know. Maybe the Killers, the card game was flagged, but he's posting shit all the time, so I just don't know. But whatever. But that was a good one last week. Pretty rough, but the Belgian police just an absolute train wreck,
Yeah,
Chris.
totally fucked that up.
That was just unbelievable. And I thought it was cool that Mick responded. He always
I read
does.
that email, yeah.
Yeah, he lets us know what he thinks, and he's, of course, the former Australian federal police officer, and he thought we did a really good job on that one and kind of echoed some of the things that we
That's
said.
some different insight, too,
Yeah.
as well as far as the
Police
trafficking
corruption.
thing. And,
yeah, that was interesting because that's what he's done is, go out and stop the police corruption. So he definitely knows a lot about that topic. So that was really cool to get his 2 cents on that. But that's worth checking out the episode anyway. But I also did the feature in the metal segment on the UK thrash band Divine Chaos. Definitely some killer stuff. Chris had a good Mayhem story about the Shawbacks at the hotel.
Yeah, it was
That
super
was good.
Yeah, that was good.
God damn it.
And great killer cage match, karaoke, the usual craziness. We did it last week, so had a lot of listens to that one. We passed 900 to that when I checked it today, so inching towards 1,000 already.
Sweet, sweet.
So we appreciate that. And so if you missed it, go check out episode 190. And everybody that has, thank you for doing that. And tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell everybody you know that.
Tell them all.
Check out some Murder Metal Mayhem. Need it in their lives, you know. Now tonight, we've got a case that I bet a lot of our listeners have never even heard of these fools.
Right.
This is some good cannibal shit.
Yep, we got
Some
cannibals.
crazy gang stuff. Joey, of course, Punky did the little promo for us at the beginning. But the Chijon Cannibal Clan, I love that. In South Korea, these guys are just fucking stupid as hell, but crazy.
Fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, I mean, totally insane. Hated the rich so much, they wanted to kill and eat them.
Like you see people saying like eat the rich or whatever. These motherfuckers
Literally. Yeah.
were about it.
So it's a good one, and I'm anxious to do a topic that I know a lot of people don't know anything about, because we're going to kind of set the record straight with this one. And if you have heard of it, I commend you. That's a good find. But we're going to do it Murder Metal Mayhem style tonight, so that should be good. Now, Chris, you got the horns tonight. What's your plan?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna do fucking Lust of Decay, so
Nasty.
it's gonna be fucking brutal.
Very brutal.
Yeah.
Very brutal. I remember playing with them at the Central Illinois Metal Fest one year that we played. Super cool guys and just absolutely killer. The drummer was fucking ridiculous. I remember I was on side stage and watching them and just like, holy shit.
Right.
Man. Just really brutal. And then I got a Lost Classic to dish out tonight. And we're going to talk a little bit more, guys, about that big Tampa Death Fest going down.
For sure.
That's going to be killer. You guys are getting ready to fucking hit the road. Some full terror assault.
Yep. As
So
this
we're gonna-
episode's out, we'll be
Yeah,
there.
you guys will be down there. So we're going to talk about that. And we got more heavy metal stuff. I saw a cool tour, some Merciful Fate tour updates, which is cool. So it sucks they're not coming to the Midwest, but they're in the U.S. And a lot of our listeners probably be able to check it out. Got a good killer cage match tonight. That's when we take a list of 75 killers, 75 objects for them to fight with, and they're going at it in the steel cage. And we get our listeners who are not in Facebook jail
Right.
to give us some random numbers. So, Chris?
We have Christy Mason, Samantha Cram, and old boy Gummo Wallbacon
Oh,
giving
yeah.
out the numbers. Thanks a lot, y'all. We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it, guys. And we got a good one going tonight. This is definitely an interesting matchup, Joey. I don't think this first guy has ever been in the cage before, but who do we got fighting tonight?
Yeah, and we haven't done an episode on him yet, but definitely at some point. I'm
Oh,
sure.
God, yeah.
But so we're going to have in the cage match tonight, we're going to have the communist leader himself, Joseph Stalin.
Yeah.
And he's going to go up against the UK serial killer, Ian Brady. Now, it's just going to be Ian Brady. He's not going to have Myra with him.
Right.
But,
Right. He's on his
but
own.
Stalin versus Brady.
Stalin was like a midget, too. So but he was fucking just nasty. That might actually be a cool thing, maybe for a month, is do dictators.
Right.
We do him.
Right.
We could do Pol Pot, Mao Zedong. I mean, there's quite a few. Mussolini would.
Did
be
you just
good.
say mouse ate tongue?
I was watching it. Speaking of mouses or mice, I was just watching mouses. I was just watching a thing on Vlad the Impaler, and when he was imprisoned, right before he came back to power, he was fucking with his guards, and he was taking little slivers of wood from the floor of the jail cell and impaling mice and putting them on the windowsill of his cell. And was watching him twitch, like he was like getting off on them twitching on the fucking the metal or wood slivers. So
Yeah.
Fucking brutal. But he would be another. I don't think we've ever done Vlad. Have we
Jesus.
done?
Hey, man.
Have we done Vlad the Impaler?
Yeah, we did, Vlad.
Did we? Okay.
Fucking
See,
a
200
while ago.
episodes.
That, like, made me think, like, the house grew up and it was in the country. They harvested fields and shit. You get field mice in the house and shit. We used to fucking take wooden fucking shish kebab skewers, stick them in the end of a fucking air rifle barrel and fucking pop the fucking field mice while they're fucking running and shit.
Oh, shit.
So we impaled some mice ourselves.
So yeah, so that was kind of wild. But yeah, Joseph Stalin and Ian Brady, that'll be an interesting matchup tonight. And they got 2 objects and a variable with them there in the cage to make it a good one, so it should be fun. And speaking of fun and craziness, we want to thank our friend.
Motherfucking sick Rick Mass. What up?
That's right,
yeah.
Rick Fisher. Old sick Rick himself, cranking out some great masks. Chris, we got a good one tonight. And
We got Jim Jones up here on the headphones, chilling out. Like,
That's right.
Praising the Lord.
Got his cool shades on.
Yeah.
So
His future's so bright. He's
right.
got to wear shades.
So we got Jim Jones on the podium tonight, and so the details though are just so amazing. I know Joey, you really liked that one he did.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking into getting a new one. I want to get the Jim Jones one, but I'm dying to see how that Eileen ends up coming out, because he keeps messing with it a little bit, and it keeps coming out a little better each time.
The Eileen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking looking dope,
Yeah,
man.
the eyes are intense on the Eileen Warnos.
Yeah.
So sickrickmasks.com. That's SIKRIK masks.com. Go check it out. He's got such a great selection, and just the quality is just
He's
above.
doing the repaints on the Trick or Treat, is it?
Yeah, the Trick or Treat
mask.
studio masks.
Yeah.
He's just doing some killer stuff.
I actually just rewatched fucking Monster the other night for the hell of it.
Oh,
And
that's
just
Oh, yeah.
like, dude, watching that shit, the way they've got Charlize Theron to look like her,
It's
though, it's just like,
unbelievable.
oh my god,
It
dude.
is unbelievable. So yeah, we also want to thank another sponsor, the Tampa Death Fest. We're going to get into that
Fuck
in the
yeah.
metal segment.
Yes, sir.
And link to that in the episode description so you can get your tickets, because that's at the end of the month, September 30th through October 1st. So that's, of course, in Tampa at the old Brass Mug. And you guys were there.
Yes, sir. Fucking dope ass spot, old school metal shit.
That's what I've heard. So I've never been, but I've heard. So we'll talk about that in metal. Thanks to everybody out there listening. We're about 2,800 listens this week. So holding strong, getting a little closer to that 3,000 mark. So thank you.
Thank you,
those
guys.
that listen.
Fuck
And
yeah.
got a lot on our plate tonight, guys.
Yeah,
We'll be
a lot
taking-
of Korean flesh.
Yeah, some Korean barbecue. We're going to be taking a long-ass plane ride to Korea, and hopefully we don't end up on
Yeah,
the fucking
right?
barbecue. So.
Yeah, well, I ain't rich, so I'm good. So let's get our fucking murder on.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, goddamn metal.
Yeah, that was the band Asylum from Queensland, Australia. Definitely love those guys. The song was called Eternal Violence. They got a new album just came out on Friday called Tyrannicide, and it is ridiculous, man. I mean, one riff after another, just absolutely wicked stuff. So
Is that what happened to all the Tyrannosaurus Rexes? Just
I think so. Yeah, there was a Tyrannicide. It's good stuff, and actually reached out to them to do an interview, and they were all about it. So going to be doing
Hell
that.
yeah.
I've got actually 3 I'm getting ready to do here: Helldrifter, Asylum, and the third one's escaping me. But I'm working on 3 different interviews with those 3 bands. So
The motherfucking Aussie bands fucking are always about doing interviews.
they love doing them, yeah, for sure. And talking to Mick about doing another one, because we're going to do a Corrupt Australian Cop episode coming up, and that's right in his wheelhouse.
Word.
He's actually the one that told me about it, so Roger Rogerson. How about that?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That'll be a good one. So Mick is really
Yeah, I'm
excited about it. Yeah. All right. Well, tonight, guys, we are doing the crazy case of the Chijon family gang. I kind of like the Cannibal Clan, though. I mean, that's got a nice ring to it.
Right.
So I'm going with that. But this is a gang of South Koreans who absolutely despise the rich and wanted to bring attention to their cause by abducting, killing, and eating their victims. I mean, Chris,
Fucking
this
crazy.
is right in our wheelhouse. I mean, this is a thing. But, you know, this is a case of cannibalism, some gangland-style murder. But we're talking about this group that was founded in 1993 by a former convict, not very bright, by the way, and some of his ex-con buddies who were serious about amassing a shitload of fucking weapons,
Bombs, fucking
explosives,
dynamite,
cars. I mean, these guys seriously put some money together and got this thing kicked off pretty wild. So, and they even built themselves a little,
bunker area.
Yeah, a little office / torture area.
A torture office. Let's go with that.
A torture office, right? So yeah, it's going to be a good one tonight. Definitely a wild one, and one I bet that a lot of people don't know about. Now, Chris, what is it with Murder, Metal, Mayhem, and Cannibals, dude?
I don't know, man. Like, there was back in the day, there was like a 2-month-long streak of fucking cannibals
we did a
just
bunch
going
of
to
them.
town. But yeah, like Joe Matheny and Alfred Packard, dude. That Alfred Packard story is fucking.
That was a good
It was
one.
a crazy story, man. Just out in the fucking goddamn
Frontiersman,
woods and
man.
mountains, just like I don't know where that guy went. And
Yeah.
I'm fucking full though. Look at this belly.
That's right. He came back out of the mountains all fucking
All
stuffed
just
full.
like-
They're like, wait a second. How the hell did you eat out there? Nobody else could eat anything.
Right, like, oh, I don't know, but homeboy's
and by the way,
gone.
where's Tommy? You know,
Yeah, right,
I don't
exactly.
know. I haven't seen him. So, yeah.
I can't remember, but Murder, Metal, Mayhem didn't do the Donner family yet, right?
No.
No, and that would be a
okay.
good one, especially since they came from, or at least some of them came from Illinois.
Right.
That would be a
I couldn't
good
remember
case.
if y'all did that.
I don't believe we have, but
No, we didn't.
But yeah, Alfred Packer was kind of a spin-off of that.
Right. Yeah.
In that same era. So yeah, that was a good one. So yeah, so that seems to be a thing with us, and of course, Chris, Joe Matheny's what started Murder,
Right.
Metal, Mayhem, right? I
Yep.
mean,
Cannibalism at its finest.
that's right. We were talking about him at a funeral, at a wedding, and totally offended somebody, got up and walked away, and it was like a spark went off. Like, wait a second.
We can do
We
this.
could piss people off. I mean, we can get banned on Facebook. You know,
Right.
Fuck. We can do all kinds of shit. So, Joey, what is it though about cannibalism that makes it so taboo? And metal bands just seem to love the topic, though.
Yeah, and it was literally considered one of the last taboos for a while. It's fucked up because now in this day and age, fucking I don't know how much shit really is taboo anymore.
Right?
Right.
And people are so desensitized to everything that happens, and so nothing's really too shocking. So I guess the way I would look at it is if I'm sitting next to somebody that's my buddy or whatever, and all of a sudden they start telling me about this, this person they ate or something like that, would that fuck me up? Yeah, that would fuck me up. So
Yeah.
I guess it's still a pretty shocking subject.
True.
So that's gonna cause people, to want to check it out, I guess. I mean, we'll see. We'll kind of see here too. This is kind of an unheard of episode, the Chijon family.
Right.
And if all of a sudden we get a bunch of listens to it, maybe people dig it because of the
Yeah.
cannibalism aspect.
They
so.
might have to go back and check out some of our
Right.
past ones on Matheny, on Alfred Packer, Ed Gein. I mean, we've done some gruesome ones.
And
And we
I'm
did
Dahmer.
pretty sure
Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure I told you guys about that one podcast. I seen a dude tell a story about him and like 10 of his friends cannibalized his own foot.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like, yeah.
Brutal.
Could you imagine, like, you're sitting there with your friends,
Oh,
though, and
man.
like, hey, dude, my foot's amputated. We should eat it.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. So I think it is definitely taboo still to most of us. Now, I was watching the show Casual Criminalist with Simon Whistler. I love his podcast. And this topic came up randomly on me on YouTube. And so I checked it out. saw Chijon Family Gang or Cannibal Gang, I was like, ooh. But he does a good one on this topic, and I knew it was one we'd have to do. At first, I thought maybe a bonus episode, but then I'm like, no, I think we could like make that like a legit feature. So that's
Right.
why.
Oh, yeah.
And like we said, cannibals are just have been kind of how we got started. Really, I remember listening to a podcast one time, and they were on like episode like 200 or 300, and they were doing a cannibal.
For the first time.
And they said, isn't this weird? We've done X number of episodes and we've never done a cannibal episode. And I'm like,
we're like, that's half of ours.
God damn, the first 30, I think there was like 10 of them,
Right.
like it was
Yeah.
ridiculous. So I was laughing at that, but yeah, so I think
Like you said, metal dudes attracted to cannibal
oh,
topics.
fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, Cannibal Corpse, I mean, go on and on. All the songs out there. Joey, have you ever done a Goremonger song on cannibalism?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got multiple songs on cannibalism.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, we're going to do our best here with these crazy names. So because of some of these difficult ones,
The language barrier.
we're going to do our best here. So bear with us on some of these tonight. All right. So these guys began in 1993, as I mentioned. The main guy is a guy by the name of Kim Ji-won. He's the main guy, 27 years old. He kind of got this whole thing started. He claimed that he was at the top of his class in school, but records kind of show otherwise, Chris.
Kind of dropped out at a very early age. Seventh grade.
seventh
Can't
grade.
fucking get too far like that.
No, but
Let me interject real quick, too, because
Yeah.
I had no idea about this until we were doing this topic. And I was looking on, I think, the Wikipedia for this one. And as I'm reading it, it was like, in parentheses, it said all ages are in Korea age.
I
or
did see that
Korean.
too. I saw that too.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
what
I was
that
like, what?
means.
I know. I said, what the hell is that? So I clicked on the fucking link to it just
Yeah.
to see, And basically, like, they don't turn one after their first year on Earth. They basically start off as 1 year old
Oh,
when
okay.
they come out. They also hit age 2 before we would hit age 1. They hit age 3 before we would hit 4. So their timeline's like
That's
kind
weird.
of jimmied up a little.
That's
yeah,
weird.
I had never heard about
Me
it. And they
either.
said that it's a really old school. It's from way back in the days that people did that.
shit.
Like in certain areas or whatever. But basically nowadays, only like parts of Korea and Taiwan still utilize it.
Interesting. Yeah,
That's
I wondered
fucked up.
The same thing. Now that you say that, what the hell that even meant? But
Yeah.
so interesting. All right. Well, Kim Ji-won is the main guy here, but he drops out in 7th grade. He starts working manual labor, and he becomes fucking hateful and hates the fucking world and all this kind of stuff. Now,
Sometimes you got to work hard to get to where you need to be.
that's right.
Not cannibalized.
That's right. He's joined, though, by 6 others who are also ex-cons or just unemployed ruffians looking for some trouble. And they all had that grudge against the rich. A lot of people do. It's like, oh, fuck them,
Right.
and all that. And when you're young, you're kind of, talking shit. And, these guys were pretty young. I mean, he was 27, but the others were like 19 and 20.
Right, younger than him. Just
So,
just
yeah.
falling in. He's like the cult lead, because it's a cult basically.
Pretty much. Now, originally they were called Maskin, which Kim claimed was Greek for ambition.
That's
This
not
is
even a
like when
Greek word.
stupid fucking people get like Chinese lettering as a tattoo and
And they
find
don't know
out
what
it
the
means
fuck
like
it
ball sack or
Yeah,
something
right.
stupid like that. You know what I mean? So this idiot names this gang after a word that's supposedly Greek, but it's not. It doesn't
even
exist.
Yeah.
So if he was playing Scrabble, it wouldn't fucking be double word fucking score. He would just get fucking big 0. So now, Chris, the police gave their name, the gang name is Chijon, which means supreme, but I don't know if they were like serious. Or...
I mean, I don't know, dude, because like they were. I guess for a second they were supreme at what they wanted to do, what they wanted to do. They had supreme thoughts, like that was them. We rule this shit now. Fuck you guys. But
I don't
they were just
know.
fucking with him. Like,
I know. That's what I'm wondering if they were just mocking him, like when you call a
big
fat guy
slim or
you know?
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Now, Joey, I did see that the leader there, Kim Ji-won, moved to Busan with his family. And speaking of Busan, have you seen that movie, Train to Busan? That's fucking brutal.
I have not seen that. I do want to see it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Little known fucking fact, but my girlfriend Stephanie, like, her biggest fear in the world is zombies.
Oh my
Seriously?
God.
Yes, she watched that
she
movie.
would lose
and
her shit.
She watched it, and then she told me about it though, and said how she didn't like it because it was fucking too scary for her or whatever.
Really?
And I was like, okay, then I need to check that out.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
But
And
I haven't done it yet.
zombies- but a heads up, the zombies don't move like they do in the U.S. They're like
Right.
real fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it really fucked up is they're
Yeah.
like hauling ass
It's like
fucking
28
after you.
days later and shit.
28 days
Right.
later,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so it's pretty wicked. So yeah, I just saw that Busan, and of course that's the first thing I thought of.
No, and as soon as whenever I was reading the notes for this and I saw this, I was like, fuck yeah, I need to watch that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. It really is. All right, so Kim Ji-won begins to fantasize about committing some heinous fucking acts. And I read that after watching the news about the corruption surrounding university entrance exams, that just pushed
Right,
him over
yeah.
the fucking edge. I thought that was an odd thing to get all hung up on, but that seemed to really piss him the fuck off.
But dude, you dropped out of school in 7th grade. You ain't getting into the university,
Right?
bro.
Yeah. What are you worried about
Like,
other people
on, man.
scamming on that shit? But yeah, he was apparently not liking that. So he winds up, meeting these other guys at a poker game. And apparently he was the first one to end up in prison after raping his niece. Did not see how old she was, but she was young. So
Well, he's
a
fucked
total
for
piece of
raping his
shit.
niece in the first place. So
Exactly. So really fucked up. But that's,
I don't think
that's the leader.
he must not have done very much time for that though,
apparently not, because
because
like
the timeline he was out for a lot of shit. So
Yeah, well, he was doing some of it while he was behind bars, though, too.
that's true. Yeah.
So here, and I was deciding which one of us I was going to have to say these names, but I figured I'll do it to myself. Because, Chris, I was going to ask you to do it in a Korean accent.
won't say roll.
But we don't need to get in trouble. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to phonetically spell these out. So here's the members of the gang, okay? We got Moon Sang-rock, 23, Kim Hyung-wang, or Yang at 22, Kang Dong-un at 21.
That says dong.
Baek Byung-ok, or Ok, at age 20, Kang Moon Sub as 20, and they had the female Lee Kyung-suk, 23. Now, she met Kang at a coffee shop, and apparently he paid her debts and then started dating her. But it was kind of interesting because
Right.
she's part of the gang, but we're going to get to that they have a little conflict with females, so I don't know what to
Of
do.
course they do.
So, Chris, their gang doctrine was we hate those with plenty of money. So,
Hey man, when you're working, I mean, I would never go to this extreme, but like even just my fucking job, dude. Like you got the people in where I work, like the laborers, the ones doing the hard work, busting their balls all day long and getting minimal amounts. Meanwhile, you got these motherfuckers just sitting at a computer all day, just like doing nothing, just bullshitting except telling you what to do. It pisses people off. Like,
Oh,
for
it
real.
does.
And they're fucking out here balling out. And we're the ones busting our asses.
yeah,
to
then
get the
that's a
job done.
common thing.
Right? No,
people
that's just
see
the way.
that shit
That's
at
just
work.
the way it is.
Right.
But it's like so we got this thing one time at work, like all the stores or whatever, sending into the lab like thank you for all your hard work or whatever, and one of them said you would make, or our job would be much more worse without you. It's like you wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for us. If we weren't here doing what we do, you wouldn't even be fucking working. So, like,
Right.
of course your job would be harder.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's such a common refrain, but like you said, Chris, these guys took it to the fucking beyond fucking normal fucking limits here.
Yeah.
And they're not very bright,
Yeah,
which
they're
is
not the
not a good
smartest.
combination.
Right.
Not a good combination. So, Joey, their doctrine goes on to say some other shit. What is their other things they believe here?
So obviously their number one was, we hate those with plenty of money, but
Right.
number two is that a traitor to the group must be killed.
Right.
And then their third part of their doctrine is, and probably most importantly, do not trust a woman, even your mother.
Right.
So,
Even your mom.
These guys-
man.
yeah. These guys had some fucked up issues, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, they got a woman in their gang.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I guess that
Don't
means
be
they shouldn't
assuming her
trust
gender.
Oh
though.
shit, my bad, bro. My bad. Hey man, that
Don't
was
get us blocked and banned.
Yeah,
again.
please.
that was 93, dude.
Right? Yeah, that's true. So the plan was to get as much money together to fund their gang and get revenge. So
Which
they
I thought
wanted-
was fucked up.
Yeah.
They hate the rich, but they're out here trying to fucking
Make
make
all
all
this
this
money.
money. So like, what?
exactly. You're gonna hate yourself eventually.
Right, you're gonna cannibalize yourself. Holy shit.
So they wanted to raise $1.25 million. Now I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that doing construction.
Jesus.
But that was their plan, and they were going to do this though by kidnapping and getting some ransom money, which is what they thought would be like their get rich quick. Almost sounds like the Trailer Park Boys when they need some money.
Let's
they
go do some
stupid
jobs.
Shit. Yeah, some jobs, and go rob a house with an alarm and get caught.
Making cheese sandwiches and shit.
Right. So in the meantime, they managed to raise up enough money though to buy some shit, Chris. I mean, what the fuck, dude?
Hey man, they fucking figured out some way to get started.
Yeah, they
you
got,
gotta
like,
have
this
some
little
kind
office.
of capital to go off of.
Yeah, they got this little office which got
It
a
has a fucking incinerator in it.
yeah, and
they
a
built
dungeon
Like
in
that's
the basement.
that's serious shit. Right?
Right, like
Little pink fucking building though. It's kind of funny looking. In the middle of this field, get this pink. Let's try not to be conspicuous,
yeah,
guys.
very
Right.
Let's get that pink fucking house. They should have fucking splurged a couple, bucks on some paint and painted the motherfucker black.
make the motherfucker camo, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck,
something. So they wind up getting this site, though. I mean, this office with the dungeon in the basement and the incinerator, and they got 2 vehicles. They buy some walkie-talkies, some dynamite, 17 weapons, which would include 6 rifles,
A fucking full on machine
a
gun.
machine gun, a pistol, an air gun, and some military swords, a hunting knife, and then Chris throw in the old
The old
electric
cattle
prod.
prod. When they say air gun, are they just talking about like they went to Walmart?
I
and
know,
got a
that's what
fucking-
I'm
they
wondering.
got a
Like,
Daisy
why
Ridder-
is that even on the list?
Like, dude.
They buy a kazoo too. I mean, what the fuck?
What's
But-
that? What's that thing that dude uses in No Country for Old Men?
Oh yeah, the pneumatic thing with the bolt that he pops people in the
Oh,
head with? Yeah, dude, that would fucking
It's kind of like an air gun,
right.
Yeah, these guys sound like they need to be in a killer cage match. Man. Got to
Against
fight
each
the whole
other.
gang. Yeah. So quite the little arsenal for these fucking maniacs. But I guess it's not nearly impossible, or it is impossible for anybody to get a gun legally in South Korea. So they were definitely buying this shit on the black market.
Right.
Now, Chris, sounds like the nation could have some fun with all those toys. There.
Dude, we just grab some fucking beer and some McCormick's, go out into the country, fucking brah, brah, brah. Fuck yeah, dude.
You and
Blow up.
Michael fighting with military swords.
Sword fights, man. Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Fuck
fucking-
that. Michael has the goddamn zombie.
Michael's
tool.
got
That's
that
true.
zombie tool.
He
He ain't
does.
fucking around with that
He
shit.
does. He does.
He fucking blows
He'll
some
fuck
shit
up the
up.
Chijon family.
Get the Chijon family versus the Shawbacks in the
with
cage.
zombie tools. Fuck
Yeah, there you go, Joey. That'd be a good killer cage match.
That's badass.
So yeah, some Manson family style craziness is about to go down here. Their hideout, though, I mentioned this little pink bungalow that one of the guys in the gang inherited, apparently.
Right.
But
I got the spot, man. Let's do this.
I don't know why they didn't paint it a different color because it really stands out.
Hey, man. I mean, I
It's
guess
out
if
in
it's
the
been,
country.
I guess if it's been sitting there forever, that same color, why change it up? Like everybody notices it already.
Yeah,
Like
I guess.
I guess it's trying to get the property taxes better.
So they
Maybe whenever he inherited the property, they were like, "You can only keep it, but you have to keep it pink."
Oh yeah, maybe something like
a
that.
stipulation.
That could be.
Some kind of family reason. Yeah, who knows, man? It's
Yeah.
very possible. So they had 3 prison cells in the basement, and then, like Joey said, the incinerator. Now, Joey, these guys were fucking serious, man. They were like doing some training, like military style shit.
Yeah, Urisan is one of the, I think it's the second tallest mountain in Korea,
Yeah.
South Korea, and these guys were like hiking that on the regular, and keeping their bodies like up to shape and cored out. And I mean, these dudes, they were construction workers. Most of them, they did time, so they probably,
They're
spent
already-
a good deal of their time, getting buffed up.
Yeah,
and shit,
right.
So.
Yeah, they were all about it, though.
And
19.
if you're gonna go out, if you're gonna go on a fucking spree like they're wanting to do, you got to be in top physical form, I'd imagine.
I guess. So 93, they want to do some training runs for kidnapping. So they decide to snatch up a young girl in Nansan, which is about 60 miles from this hideout they've got. She's a daughter of a farmer, so she's not a rich kid. But this is just a practice
Yeah,
run.
it's a random person. Like,
Yeah. So they rape this poor girl.
this is just a dry run, bro. Check it out.
Yeah, they take turns raping this poor girl, and then they listen to Kim, their leader, preach to them while they strangled her and covered up her body.
Cult.
Pretty fucked up. Definitely a cult. No one would find her for at least a year. So one of the gang took off with a bunch of their money, and they track his ass down and put a bullet in his head and bury him in an unmarked grave. So this would be their second murder.
Jesus.
So they're definitely serious about this shit. So, Chris, June of 94, the police come looking for old Kim Ji-won.
Yeah, he's for that rape.
Yeah,
On
of
his
his
niece,
niece,
yeah.
right.
So he gets put. He's in prison for doing his little 5-year stint.
5 years.
Yeah, doing his little 5-year stint, and then Kang Dong-un, he comes up as the leader and shit, but he's
Right.
going into the prison to see Kim, like
All
hey,
the time.
Yeah, like, hey, what do I need to do to keep this shit going the way you want it to roll, basically?
Yeah, I mean, just like a lot of gangsters do here, they're communicating
Right,
through their
the prison system.
Yeah.
Fucking, yes, so, I mean... So in a way, kind of, Kim's still fucking prison leader.
Right.
Or not prison leader, but gang leader.
Right.
But he's got his guy on the outside coming in, like telling him what to do. So
Right.
got to keep it in the works, man.
That's right. Like Paulie and fucking
Yeah, Paul. Yeah,
Goodfella.
just like that.
They're
They're fucking in there eating lobster and cutting garlic with a goddamn razor
Yeah.
blade and shit. Fucking.
Don't put too many onions in the sauce.
That's where the flavor comes from.
Now, Joey, kind of funny, they had a thing for the Korean car manufacturer Hyundai. I'm not sure what the fucking deal was with that. What was their problem with fucking Hyundai, man?
I can't. I saw some other shit too where they said it was a different car company,
Oh, okay.
but I can't remember. But anyway, regardless of whichever one it was, they associated people that drove these as the wealthy elite that they hated,
Right.
because supposedly only the wealthy could afford to have these vehicles that they're looking at. It turns out that fucking, much like whenever he named the gang after a fucking Greek name that wasn't real,
Right.
this dude fucking continuously does not do his homework, and some of the fucking cars they were targeting weren't even really what they thought they
Right.
were, and
Right.
so their acts became more random than what they fucking acted like they had purposefully done,
Right.
because these dudes were pretty ignorant overall. I don't know. I don't say that too lightly either, about people, because I don't know who they are. But these motherfuckers really just constantly doing dumb shit. And yeah, so they just looked at these people that were able to drive these vehicles that they considered fucking, shuttles of the wealthy, I guess.
Yeah, and they really weren't.
That's who you're gonna follow and try to fucking kill, I guess.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I saw also mainly in Korea, Hyundai doesn't just sell cars; they sell lots of other
okay.
products and everything too. So,
Products.
yeah, lots of
That
other
makes
products.
sense.
So all these people are got all this money that they're buying from this one company and shit. So they just,
Kind of like an Amazon over here.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Interesting. So the police get word about a woman who's Lee Jung-soo, who was all beat up and disheveled, who needed to talk to them. And she tells them that she escaped from an armed gang who stopped them on the side of the road, which would be her and her boyfriend. They shoot the boyfriend and wound him, and they throw them in the back of the car all tied up for fucking hours. So this is a pretty harrowing fucking story here.
Yeah, that's fun.
And they're like, "Bitch, you're on drugs."
Right?
The cops
Yeah.
basically.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
believe them.
Yeah.
We
The
hear
cops
that.
like, "No, you're fucking twisted up."
Yeah, we hear this more than we'd like to hear about that.
About the just like, fucking what's his name? Dude, that we just did last week. The cops fucking shit up.
Right,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, Detroit.
Detroit, yeah. Detroit.
They,
Douchebag.
they woke up in the basement of the gang's lair in prison cells. So they're at the old pink bungalow in the prison cells.
You
And
should write a song about these guys and call it Pink Bungalow.
Oh god.
they thought they were wealthy because they're driving this Hyundai, but they're not. She's a waitress, and he's like some bar musician,
Right,
so
he's
he's
like-
not making any money. So they soon realized the gang has a thing for people with money, and they were mad at them to find out that they're not going to get any ransom out of these two. So they were pissed off. So they wind up doing their thing. They take turns raping this poor woman. And when it was Kim Hyung Wang's turn, he turned to her and said that she could escape with her life by joining the gang. So he's the one that kind of told her, hey, there's a way out here. And of course she's going to take that. I mean, what
Right.
else is she going to do other than being fucking killed by these crazy bastards?
Right.
She doesn't get jumped into the gang. She gets fucked into the gang.
Apparently,
Right.
Apparently. So, Chris, I thought these guys,
Hey,
with the whole trust in the woman, would they got now 2 females?
maybe they didn't trust her. They just had a hole they could use whenever they wanted.
That's very possible. Yeah, it's very possible.
You're in. You do what we tell you, dude.
Yeah, maybe, and just keep her at arm's length and
Right.
not, trust her.
Like, don't give her any like duties, like as far as gang activity or whatever. Just like
Right.
you stay here. We're gonna tell you what to do.
Cook and run and do
Yeah,
errands
exactly.
and shit. Yeah, maybe. So Joey, they make her do some horrible shit though to join the gang. What does she got to do to get in?
I mean, she's got to fucking kill her boyfriend. That's the fucking main thing.
Yeah.
And they're pouring alcohol down his throat and shit, fucking getting him wasted as fuck.
Right.
And then they end up fucking putting a bag over his head to suffocate him, and they make her to do it to prove herself
Right.
to
the
be
gang.
part of this gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awful, man. But again, she's faced with you either do that or you die, so that's a pretty harsh fucking thing to have to deal with.
And then you got to live with that too.
Yeah, exactly. So they put Lee back in the basement cell, and they go ahead and get rid of the boyfriend's body by putting him in the car and pushing it off a cliff. And the police find the car at the bottom of the cliff. They assume it's an accident. Of course, his blood alcohol was through the fucking roof because he'd been
'Cause,
drinking.
yeah, they had been shoving
Yeah.
it down his throat.
Yeah, so I mean, probably not the worst idea they came up with. But apparently they don't do autopsies in Korea because then you would think that would have been figured out that he was dead before the accident.
Right, time of death and all that shit. Yeah.
And the cause of death not being blunt force trauma, but
Fucking
suffocation. So, yeah, I mean, you
Good band.
wonder how that got through. What's that?
Suffocation, good band.
There you go. So Lee hears them return, and they're toasting their accomplishments. So that's pretty fucked up. She can hear them, rejoicing in the fact that they got
he's
away with the murder
right.
of her boyfriend.
Just sitting there like, I participated in this. I did this. What
Yeah.
the fuck? Man.
Yeah, and like you said, now she's got to live with the fact that she did it. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's fucked up. So one of the Korean tabloids claimed 2 of the gang who argued about Lee joining them fought with swords over it, which is what made me think of Michael and you fighting with a sword, Chris.
Like the time fucking me and motherfucking Travis fucking got into a fight about something when we were living in the apartment on Roosevelt. Travis pulls out this fucking battle axe and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? So Michael runs up to his fucking apartment, grabs his fucking battle axe, just going at Travis like, you stupid motherfucker,
Oh
you
my
come at my
God.
brother with... Dude, we were so drunk.
No, I can't believe that. Can't believe it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We were drinking liquid hate.
So I'm not sure if that was true, but it's kind of a funny little aside here. The gang decides to get things moving, though, with their plan, and Lee is allowed to join. So it's the Korean Thanksgiving, and the big Cheseok Festival is going on, which is a big deal there. It's a major party, lots of alcohol, lots of food.
Soju.
Yeah. Another couple in a Hyundai were followed by these guys and targeted. They kidnapped this couple, their middle-aged couple, thinking that they were wealthy and needed to be killed.
Yeah.
Chris, I mean, what was the deal? They were in a cemetery.
Yeah, visiting a relative's grave or whatever. So
They followed him.
they
out of
follow him. They attack him. This motherfucker comes at him with a fucking sickle, though.
He does,
like
man.
just fucking fuck you guys. But
Wow.
but some, I mean, there's multiple of them. I get it, but it's just swinging a sickle around. That had to be some.
You
work
got to
to-
give it to him,
Yeah,
man.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's not going down without a fight.
Hell no, but they subdue him and shit. Fucking. So like, this guy just had fucking all his balls and fighting for his life with a sickle, dude.
Right.
Like, we got a sickle over yonder. I don't want some motherfuckers fucking swinging that at me, dude.
No,
And that's
at
not
all.
even like a,
Remember that motherfucker almost fell on Katie?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so definitely, wild shit, though, with this couple fighting back with a sickle. Now, Joey, they had to duck out on some back roads to avoid the cops. What was going on there, man?
I mean, why the hell wouldn't you be on the back roads? That's what I'm talking about.
that's
Right.
where you gotta be, man.
Stay on the back roads. But so then they fucking end up basically finding them at their hideout,
Right.
which, like you said, how the hell can't you find that motherfucker?
Right.
So they want to talk to the husband once they get there, and they want to get some of the ransom money out of him.
Right.
He was begging them, to spare their lives and, not do anything, and he would get them some money. He had a company, so it's not like he was like super poor.
Yeah, so
Not
at
like
least
super
they were a
rich, but-
step up from the last couple they abducted, right?
Yeah, but they still weren't like these wealthy
No.
elite that they're acting like they're going after.
Right. Yeah, it's goofy, man. So the gang told him that they wanted 100 million won, which is $75,000 US. They told him they would kill his wife and their children who were in school. So he calls the factory manager and tells him, "Hey, I need some money. I was in an accident." The manager tells him he'll do the best that he can, which is basically to empty out all their cash on hand and meet him at this bus terminal at this predisposed time and all that. So the husband wrote "report me." I thought this was kind of weird. On the inside of his bandages.
I remember seeing that, some about
Yeah,
that. Like,
because he wanted to, in case the gang, would do what they promised and kill him, they wanted to be able to, let him know.
right.
So, but Lee, the newest gang member, was allowed to go along with them for the money pickup. So she was involved with this. But Chris, it's pretty fucking stupid to involve her because obviously, she's not going to be very loyal to these motherfuckers that
Right.
gang raped
I mean,
her. and
gang
killed
raped her, made her
boyfriend.
kill her own boyfriend and shit. So, I don't know. Motherfucker just starts fucking playing with some dynamite. man.
Yeah.
It's fucking like when Joey's playing at that goddamn Halloween party. Fucking motherfucker.
4th
Kim-
of July.
Yeah.
Kim
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Hyung-Wang
4th of July. Yeah.
Is up in the front seat.
fucking he playing with some goddamn dynamite and in the car, like, why are you lighting dynamite in a car for one thing?
Exactly.
Fucking ridiculous.
Fucking blows his goddamn fingers off. Fucking chunks of his arm and leg are all over the fucking car.
Right.
Fucked himself up.
Took the floorboard out of the car, too.
The fact he didn't die
Yeah.
is fucking amazing, dude.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Fucking idiots.
God damn.
Jesus.
Don't make sense.
No. So
Stupid.
Joey, they wind up having to take this fucking idiot to the hospital.
They've got to. I mean, what else are you going to do? He
Right.
fucking blew his shit up.
Right.
They go to the terminal 2 hours later. Like,
Right.
after the initial fucking pickup time, they finally get over there a couple hours later.
Right.
They send the husband to get the money from the manager, and he whispers to the guy that he's about to be kidnapped.
Right.
So fucking the whole plan is just fucking
Already
shot.
backfired.
Right.
Yeah. Fuck.
Totally falling apart here.
You would have thought maybe when the dynamite went off that was a sign that maybe you should fucking abort this mission.
Yeah.
Abort.
Go back to the pink bungalow, man.
Yeah.
So little pink houses, man.
Jesus.
Little pink houses. So the manager goes to the police to tell them that his boss has been kidnapped, tells them this whole crazy ass story about the ransom and all this. They blow him off. They think he's not fucking. So the cops don't want to do anything.
Again?
Not our
No.
jurisdiction.
Like, not our problem. Figure
Yeah.
it out yourself.
You know, imagine this shit. They're just not taking this stuff seriously, which is crazy. So another one of these cops not doing their jobs. You know?
Always.
It's just unbelievable. And again, we know in most cases police are doing the right thing, but when they don't, it's so fucking bad. I mean, last week with Dutroux was by far the worst we've ever
For real.
talked about. But this shit is just like, it's weak, you know, because they just don't take the guy's word for it, you know.
It's like, no, my boss literally has been kidnapped. He just
Right.
told me, fucking, come on, man.
Yeah, they won't believe him. So now the guy who blew up the dynamite in his lap is put in charge of blowing up the hideout with explosives. Like,
Best guy to pick and choose to do
why
that.
in the fuck would you let this guy? How does he light anything with no fingers? How is he doing this with like stumps? Maybe they figured like he's already all fucked up. So I mean,
If he fucking blows himself up
yeah,
again,
he's
no big
already
loss.
halfway
It's like,
there.
whatever,
you know?
yeah.
I don't know, but it's fucking ridiculous. And then while this is all going on, the gang is celebrating their windfall of cash, and they get hammered in the old little pink bungalow.
Yes,
So,
sir, man.
Not a, you know, let's throw some liquor on it. You know, we got the guy that blew himself up in the car now wiring the fucking hideout
Dude.
with explosives where we're partying
Probably
with
not.
a bunch of alcohol.
Probably not the best place
No.
and time
No.
to be getting all fucking wasted.
Probably
because you're
not.
happy that you kidnapped somebody.
They love
And then,
celebrating, though. They're just
dude,
happy.
whoa, look what we did. Yeah,
I mean,
fuck,
this
man.
is fucking crazy.
Not the best idea.
No,
Like you
bad
said, these
timing.
guys are fucking morons.
Exactly. Now, Joey Lee.
If y'all did that shit at the Nation, you'd be drunk as fuck.
Oh, you know, I mean, this is me calling the pot calling the kettle black, but
Right,
just
right.
saying, bro.
I mean,
Like,
Michael with no fingers.
he's got all his digits still.
All right, good. Good.
He's got his teeth now.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, does he? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, gang.
Fuck yeah. Lee hears him talking about their plan and they were going to get boats to raid and attack government buildings, which just like, I don't know with these fucking idiots. What is the deal with this, Joey?
I mean, that's their whole idea. Their idea is to get boats to raid, like you said, the government buildings, and I don't know. Their whole doctrine is just shot to shit at this point. It's like they've totally abandoned everything they fucking said about it.
Right.
And maybe they should have fucking, followed it
Followed
to the T a
through,
little
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, I mean, these are just wild ideas now.
Right.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just like
This is like-
brainstorming, like
Yeah.
all fucked up going, dude,
We should do
we
this,
need to
bro.
get a boat
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking raid the government buildings.
So, like, is
Yeah.
every government building there on the
on
fucking
the water? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, what do they do if they've got to get off? Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking stupid. So, the gang is talking about tying up loose ends so they don't end up back in prison. So Lee, of course, is getting concerned because she thinks she's one of those loose ends. So, I mean, I'm not saying she had a loose end, you know.
I mean, she did get gang raped.
Possibly. But not to victim shame here,
Right,
but
right.
Jesus. Some of the gang said they wanted to get rid of her. But, you know, they're all drunk, including Lee. So I can't imagine, you know, what that would be like knowing your life is kind of in the hands of these maniacs
Right.
who are getting fucked up and acting all crazy and shit. So unbelievable. And you know that they've killed before and don't mind killing again. That's
Have
for sure.
no qualms doing it again about
So
it.
now back to our friend that blew up himself with the dynamite, okay? He stands up, though, to defend her, okay?
Motherfucker says, fuck you, smash with
Yeah.
a bottle, dude. I better been an empty bottle of liquor, because if you're wasting that booze, that's wrong.
Yeah, right? That's criminal. Smashed the bottle over this poor bastard's head. He's got no fingers or a couple fingers. He's all fucking jacked up. He's on crutches. They smash him over the head. A brawl breaks out between the gang members, and they pours outside. They're fighting each other. I mean, this is like Randy taking his pants off in the trailer park. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, you guys are committing crimes. You're supposed to be like fucking chill.
Discreet, man.
Chill out. Like, they're fighting with swords and fucking punching each other. I mean,
You know, we use
what
Trailer
the
Park
fuck?
Boys references a
We
lot.
really do. We really do. It must be Shane's fault. You know?
Right?
So he gets beat up. Okay, this poor bastard gets beat up, and when he gets back inside, he tells the girl to stay by his side at all times. So he
Don't
really is
leave him.
trying to protect her. You know, the
It seemed
rapist
like,
hero here.
It seemed like he fucking
Captain
had
Save-A-Ho.
fallen for her.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought too.
But there was like all part. They were like fucking adamant that in their gang that you don't love another member, you know,
Right.
or fall for another one or date another member of the gang or whatever. That's like forbidden.
Right.
So he was probably having these fucking, you know, frustrated emotions and shit going on because he wanted to fucking take care of her and fucking protect her. But that's the last thing you're supposed to be doing in this gang that you created.
Right.
That's the truth. That's the fucking truth, man. So, yeah, it's a good point, Joey. So, you know, as promised, the gang goes on raids for funds, Chris, and they wind up doing some fucking thievery here. What's
They get some more fucking firearms, like
Oh, yeah.
bags of them. Like,
Yeah.
just bags of guns and shit.
A
They give
refrigerated
themselves a
truck.
refrigerated truck. I mean, you got to keep your meat fresh.
That's true.
I mean,
That's
come
true.
on, you got to. It's some
Cell
some
phones.
cell phones and shit. And then they end up getting this list of from like stores, all these fucking credit card numbers because they think all these people spending all this money on the credit cards.
Right.
That's how they're getting. They
got their address.
Now this list of people's credit card numbers. That's their murder list. That's the people they're going after now. Like they're spending all shit ton of money. They're spending a shit ton of money. Now you're gonna die. Thank you.
Now, that's like the only thing they've done that to me makes even some sense.
Getting that list.
That list.
Yeah.
Like, so, not that everybody that uses a credit card's wealthy, but
Right,
in 93, not as many people were using credit cards like they
Right.
would today.
And they see the record, and if you could see the record of how much they're spending
True,
on that fucking
true.
card, like,
And what they're buying.
This guy just went into this store at this time, this day, spent $1,500. An hour and a half later, is at another store, spent another $2,000. Like,
Right.
okay, this dude's fucking
True.
throwing out some fucking cash.
True. Buying swords, whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck-
buying swords.
Buying swords. So barbecue sauce here.
For barbecue sauce.
So Joey, they get the couple in the basement drunk and tell them that they're going to do something for them. What's the deal with this, man?
They tell them that whenever they wake up, that they'll be back in front of their house.
Right.
But the plans have now changed
A little bit.
They hand Lee the gun and they tell her to pull the trigger on the couple before they chopped up their bodies. Now, when they gave her the gun, she was initially too scared to do so, and she was pointing it at the people, but from what I heard, she couldn't pull the trigger herself. So fucking, what's his name? Fucking, the main dude. I can't think of the dude. Wang.
Yeah.
He fucking reaches over and he fucking puts his finger over hers on the gun.
Right.
Aims it at the couple and fucking shoots and kills them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's, again, these guys just don't seem to have any problem with and our listeners, if you're watching this and seen Chris leave and come back,
I had to piss.
He had to pee, So he's very professional about it, though. He gets up and just knows when his next turn is up.
Like,
on the
I got
script,
it.
He can duck out. So very impressed.
It's so wild, like the fucking lengths they go to try to get Lee to be an active participant in everything that they're doing. And it seems like fucking, if you're involved with what you're involved in, that this is just a fucking lagging end right here. And the easiest situation would be just to exterminate her and continue on with your plans.
Right.
But for whatever reason, like, she was allowed to stay in and they just wanted her to be a part of that.
Yeah. And I wonder, too, if they wanted her involved so she would be less apt to turn them in because they would think she's just as guilty as we are now.
Right, but that's what I mean. Why wouldn't they just kill her, though?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure. But I think, there's probably potentially, like Chris was saying, to have a female around in case the urge comes to you, I guess. I don't know. It's fucked up. But as promised, guys, little cannibalism's about ready to go down. So to hide the smell of the burning bodies in their incinerator, they decide to put some barbecue up outside and do a little cooking.
Pull a Joe Matheny, dude.
They do. They bring the neighbors in. I mean, why not? What could go wrong, right?
Like, let the neighbors eat them, too.
Yeah, the neighbors come over, and they're fucking cooking up some fucking human meat. One of the gang members would later admit to eating the bodies as a way to boost his courage, and other accounts would claim that all the gang ate some of the couple in a kind of ritualistic type of manner.
That'd be fucking crazy as shit.
Definitely fucked up, Chris. I mean, we're definitely getting into some good old school cannibalism shit here, man.
Yeah, I guess they made Lee eat the liver of one of the victims. And I was thinking about that. As much as this woman's been through, don't you think eventually, okay, you're repeatedly getting gang raped. You had to murder your own boyfriend. You murdered this couple. And now they're making you eat people. Wouldn't you at some point just be like, you know what?
Let's get this over
just
with.
Just fucking kill me, dude.
Yeah,
I'm done, dude. I don't want nothing.
And liver
to do
is just
with this
nasty
shit.
anyway.
I fucking hate liver.
Let
dude.
alone a human
as
liver.
my brother, as Michael would say, dude, I am not eating the fucking toxic filter out of another animal.
That's a good way to look at it.
It's
right?
gross.
Yeah, it's nasty. So, Joey, they claim that some of the meat on the barbecue was human and that they fed it to the neighbors. What do you think?
I mean, it's hard to tell one way or the other, but I kind of believe that, they probably did that. It didn't seem like they were into embellishing their story too much. They were pretty straightforward about everything they were doing. So,
right.
There was also no, afterwards they didn't come out and, adamantly claim that was false or that they didn't do it.
Right.
Either, so.
Yeah, nobody recanted. I mean, so
right.
I would agree with you there. What do you think, Chris? You think they actually did it?
Oh, I have no doubts about it. I mean, like Joey said, they didn't care about talking about everything else they did.
Right.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I agree with you guys for sure. So now these guys are on a high. They believe what they're doing. They believe in their cause. They're going to break their leader from prison now, which is why they bought the refrigerated truck, okay? So Lee was hiding in the basement, okay? Sure, she's in the basement. She knows she needs to get the fuck out of there. She ends up going to the hospital for a doctor's appointment of the blown-up gang members. So amazing they let this bastard go to a hospital doctor's appointment.
I think it's fucked up. This dude's blown the fuck up. Don't you think the doctors are going to be asking,
what happened?
Like the original doctors when they originally went to the hospital when it happened?
What happened, dude?
What happened to you, guy?
I don't know.
What
I'm sure he had some kind of crazy reason. I don't know. But, she has to, go with him to this appointment, and he tells her, hey, you should try to escape. He actually gave her some money and a cell phone.
Right.
And she's wondering, is this a trap? Are they going to catch me and it's going
They're
to
trying
be worse?
to catch me on some shit. Yeah.
So she's not sure, but she ends up taking the fucking chance. And good for her. She gets a ride from someone, tells him that she was kidnapped. He believes her. She ends up in this small village and hides in a greenhouse for hours.
At least it wasn't pink.
That's true. The owner finds her and lets her use his phone. She calls one of her coworkers who comes to pick her up. She's terrified that the gang's going to find her. I mean, I could fucking imagine you would be, you know.
Because you would have to be, because everything they've done, you know it's not going to be good after you're escaping. And if they found you, all that's going to go through your head is, I'm going to get in worse shit than I was already in.
Because you've seen these people do some crazy shit.
I'm going to get in so much worse shit than I was already in. I hope I don't get caught.
Right. But her family, Chris, they kind of urge her to go to the police.
Yeah, she goes to the cops, and the cops finally realize she's telling the truth about this shit. When she tells them about that fucking middle-aged couple that they fucking kidnapped, they're like, oh, wait.
We are looking for a middle-aged couple.
Holy shit, you got information that we don't even know about.
Right.
What the fuck? Okay, now we understand. Something is going on.
Right.
Fuck. So they investigate it more, and fuck.
Yeah, Joey, they go ahead and stake out the old pink house there, and what do they find, man?
Man, they were staking it out, and somehow the gang, like, they figured out that they were out there, or they got tipped off that they were. I don't know how they figured it out, but they ended up scattering and taking off out of the place.
Right.
But some of them were apprehended, like, right away. They were tackled by the officers, and but the other ones that, you know, made it a little further, like, they had nothing to do but try to figure out what they were going to do. Like, are you going to go out like a martyr?
Right.
Are you going to go out in a gunfight with the cops? You know, what are you going to do?
Right. Yeah, they caught some of them, but some of them got away. I saw where one gets busted at a gas station. The remaining ones are hiding out, and eventually they all get caught. They find the blood and tools in the basement, and they knew that there had been some gruesome shit going on down there.
Right.
Plus, Lee tells them her story, so they know her shit is legit now. They find all this stuff. And Lee actually felt bad for the gang, which is fucked up, at that whole Stockholm syndrome, very common with people that are abducted and kept
Like,
prisoner like
all
that.
the prison cells or whatever, the bloodstained tools, there was like other victims that they kidnapped to get fucking ransom from, and then what they would get the ransom and then just kill them anyway, not even like set them free and shit.
Right.
So like, they didn't get, for people that don't like the rich, you're making a lot of money off of fucking murder, like,
True.
for real.
Right. And not killing or kidnapping rich people.
Right.
Like
These are
you
just
said you were going to
normal
do.
fucking people. Like,
Yeah,
holy
it's
shit.
fucked up. So now this is Korea, and they're not fucking around with these fucking fools. I mean, this shit goes down quick. The whole story comes out, becomes a huge news story in Korea. Some stories blamed it all on capitalism, which is fucking ridiculous, and that was the reason that this happened. I don't quite get that.
Don't make sense.
No. These guys are fucking insane, and they take out this grudge they've got against wealthy people, and they take it obviously way too fucking far. I mean, like you pointed out, Chris, I mean, most people in their job see inequalities and why am I doing this but only getting this? You know, you see that everywhere in every walk of life. You know, that's a common thing. But most people just talk it out at work, maybe go for a drink afterwards and forget about it.
Right.
Where these fucking idiots like made it like a life's mission.
To go postal.
Yeah, to go out and kill these people and then literally eat them, which is fucked up. So this one cop, this Captain Go, he was the lead detective who took these fucking idiots down. Thankfully, he listened to Lee and did the right thing. Unlike those idiots last week in Belgium,
Right.
these cops actually did their job, which was good. But Chris, things don't end up well for the old Chijon cannibals. Here.
Oh no, they get some fucking goddamn bad sentencing and shit, and they're fucking like in court or whatever. They ask if they had any remorse or anything, and basically all they said was, "We're just mad we couldn't kill more rich people and everything." They're just like,
not doing themselves any favors.
Not any favors at all. No remorse at all. Fucking, they just as many as they want. They wanted to take over police stations, and they all got the death sentence, of course.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
But yeah, just like, I wish I could have killed more rich people. That's all.
Right.
Okay. But you didn't hardly kill rich people.
I know. And Joey Lee winds up getting out of this shit because she was obviously coerced into doing what she did.
Yeah, they said that she was forced into being a part of the gang.
Right.
I don't know. It's really hard to say one way or another. Like, she showed time and time again that she wasn't really about what was going on, and she was kidnapped, so she was doing what she had to survive, so I kind of believe that. But then afterwards, she still stays in contact, or she visits that the gang member that helped her get away,
right?
And it's like, man, you kind of got to break all ties there. I don't know. It's a weird situation, but he did help her. So
yeah, old Stumpy.
In her life, yeah. So yeah,
it's fucked up.
Should she have been charged with all of that? I don't necessarily think so. I think in this case that she was more forced to do things than anything else. So yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too. What about you, Chris? What do you think?
I think she was definitely forced to do a lot of things, but at the same time, I feel like she should have got charged with something somewhere, because she was there and did have multiple times to get away and do something different.
Yeah, it's hard to say because that Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, it is what it is. She's good. She got out. Fucking. Yeah. She did literally kill people. Yeah, she was forced to or told to, but she did it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So apparently the gang members wrote to Captain Go after they converted to Catholicism and urged him to not let them die.
Of course they did.
A year later, in November of 95, they are all executed, so the Koreans are not fucking around.
Nope.
At least they didn't sit on death row for 20 plus years like they do over here.
Off the taxpayer money shit.
Yeah, and they did inspire, though, a copycat group called Magapa, but they wind up getting busted before they did anything.
So they were stupider.
Hard to believe a gang could be dumber than the Chijon family, but they were. So, yeah, Magapa didn't go very far. But a good lesson here, don't rent a Hyundai if you're going to be in South Korea.
Just don't do it.
Go with a Ford or a Chevy. I mean, don't fucking do the Hyundai thing. So anything to add to this fucking insanity, gentlemen? Anything at all?
I don't think so, man. I'm good.
All right.
No, me neither. I think we did pretty good.
I think so, too. Now, I did my research with this one on that Casual Criminalist episode on YouTube. Really good. Yeah. There were a few good articles I found online. There's not a lot out there, but there are some things. So if you're interested, I would definitely suggest go to the Casual Criminalist on YouTube. Simon is really great, and he did a good one. That's where I got most of my information. So next week, guys, we're going to be doing one that's been on the list for quite some time. The UK case of Dr. Harold Shipman. I mean, this is one fucked up one, a doctor. We've done these before.
Yeah.
But this guy is considered to be the most prolific modern day serial killer with an estimated body count of 250 victims.
That's a lot of murders.
That's a lot of people from 1975 to 1998.
Fuck, dude.
It's unbelievable. It's going to be a good one. We're going to have 3 of the guys from the Baldwin Asylum Haunted Attraction here with us in the studio, Chris.
That's going to be fucking fun, dude.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if they're going to be in costume.
Oh, right.
But they're going to be in here with us. They're fans of the show, so that's going to be awesome. We got Austin, James, and one other guy coming in here. So that'll be fun. We'll do that next week. So you don't want to miss old Dr. Harold Shipment and the guys here from the Baldwin Asylum. They're going to be here through the whole episode with us.
Hell yeah, dude.
So that's going to be good. All right, Joey, any good page a day for us?
Man, I got some page a day today. Some pretty good ones. So the first one that they're talking about is one that I'm sure a lot of people have heard about, and it's the Slender Man attack.
Oh, yeah, I know all about
Now,
that.
Yes.
My kids fucking, back in the day with that Slenderman thing.
Those two girls.
Yeah, my girls were all about Slenderman, dude.
Hell yeah. So the legend of Slender Man is pretty new. The thin, unnaturally tall, faceless, man-like creature dressed in a suit and tie was created in 2009 as a meme on the website Something Awful. But the horror legend of Slender Man caught on quickly and turned deadly in the hands of Anissa Ware and Morgan Geyser, who were two 12-year-olds that were living in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Ware and Geyser thought that Slender Man was real. They both idolized and feared him, believing that he was a threat to their families. They became convinced that they needed to prove their loyalty to him, becoming his proxies so that they could live in his mansion, confirm his existence to the world, and protect their families. To do this, they decided that they had to kill somebody. So on May 31st, 2014, Ware and Geyser attacked their friend Peyton Lautner, also 12, during a game of hide-and-seek in a local forest. They stabbed her 19 times and they left her to die.
That's fucking...
That's fucked.
Lautner ended up crawling to a nearby road where she was found by a cyclist. She had suffered wounds to her diaphragm, liver, and stomach. Another wound missed a major artery in her heart by less than a millimeter, and somehow she survived the brutal assault. Lautner was released from the hospital a week after the attack and returned to school in September 2014. Ware and Geyser, they were caught the same day of the attack, wandering down I-94 looking for Slender Man. They're trying to find this dude. They're like, hey, we sacrificed, for you.
Yeah, where are you at, dude?
The knife that... The knife that they used to stab Lautner was in a bag they carried. Ware felt guilty for the attack, but Geyser showed no remorse. She was convinced it was necessary to appease Slender Man. The two had planned the attack for months. Ware pleaded guilty to being a party to attempted second-degree homicide, but was diagnosed with schizophrenia and found not guilty by mental disease or defect. She was given an inadequate sentence of 25 years to life, including at least 3 years in a psychiatric hospital, followed by supervision until age 37. Geyser accepted a plea deal that involved a psychiatric evaluation and received 40 years to life in a sentence similar to Ware's. I got one of the fucking, in their words, that's posted up behind Chris in the video if y'all are watching.
Right here.
But this is Peyton. This is Peyton Lautner, and she's talking about she's giving advice on bad friendships, and this is 5 years after she was attacked. Peyton Lautner said, "Get out before something bad happens to you. Even if you're guilted into it, if you've been friends with them for years, if you feel something is bad, you need to get out while you can. But I'm not blaming myself at all, because who could ever see something like this coming?"
Right.
So, pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slender Man case, especially if you got daughters like Chris does, fucking,
Oh, yeah.
So I got two more from Page Day, and both of these are pretty funny, so that's pretty good. Also, I will say that I ordered the 2023 Page a Day one, so I'll have that for next year.
Nice.
So this next one I'm talking about, I had alluded to this last week. This one is titled "The Porn Star and the Psychedelic Toad."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. So that's this one. So this one is Spanish porn star Nacho Vidal. He may be best known for his Twitter feed full of ads for his 10-inch long penis-shaped aromatic candles available in black, white, and cerise. But there was something even more bizarre than the wax phalli casting going on at Vidal's country estate. mystical rituals that turned deadly in July 2019 when there was a man that died from inhaling psychedelic toad venom.
Oh.
The Bufo alvarius toad, which is native to Mexico and the southwest United States. Now, if you guys are from these places, don't be getting no ideas going out looking for this thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Trying to lick the toad.
Oh,
But so anyway, so the Bufo alvarius toad, it secretes a potent natural psychedelic substance known as 5-MeO-DMT, which is a powerful hallucinogenic with effects that are similar to those of ayahuasca.
Oh my God.
Peyote
Yeah,
plant.
yeah.
So, allegedly, Vidal was regularly conducting rituals involving the toads, extolling their medicinal benefits. And then in June 2020, Vidal, a relative, and Vidal's employee, they were all arrested on suspicion of manslaughter and crimes against public health. So they ended up getting arrested for it. But, yeah, the porn star and the psychedelic toad.
That's fucking crazy.
Nice.
I thought
All
it was
right, so
going to be
the
some
last
story
one-
about a chick shoving one up her cooch or some shit.
Right. All right, so this last one I got, this is for Chris. This is for you.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Nice.
This one's called the Swigging Pig.
Sweet.
Oh. Of course it is.
So,
when I look at Chris, I'm thinking about a swinging pig. You know?
No, swigging.
yeah, swigging.
Oh,
Yep.
swinging.
Okay.
I thought it was swinging.
All right, so it's the beginning of camping season in Port Hedland, Western Australia, and everyone was excited, including a feral pig that stole 3 6-packs of beer from a camper at a Decay
bro.
River campsite. Yeah. The pig then went on a drunken rampage, ripping through rubbish bins and stealing snacks before starting a fight with a nearby cow.
Yep.
When it became a losing fight for the pig, the drunken swine swam across the river and found a shady spot under a tree to sleep it off. The pig, who is considered an invasive pest in many parts of Australia, was not charged for the theft of the beer or the assault on the cow.
Oh, God.
But the campers were given a stern warning to keep their food and beverages locked up. So yeah, pig got drunk as fuck off this shit.
That's hilarious.
Cornish.
Yeah, that story. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll have
So
to
that's
see if
page
Nick
today,
wants
so.
to comment on that. Nick, if you
yeah,
listen.
for sure.
What's up with that? Some drunk pigs down there in Australia. Hell yeah, very cool. Yeah, always good page of day stuff, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, we have done our fair share of murdering tonight. I think it's time to crank up some metal. So, Joey, what the hell do we need to do?
Let's get our metal on.
Just because CK has passed on, he's not done educating the masses. CK will forever be the great metal motherfucker. We're here to stomp poser ass and eradicate the planet of their kind. CK has passed the torch to us, and we will forge the fuck on. In CK's name, we will bestow metal knowledge upon all of you. All right, always metal segment going out to CK.
Long live CK.
Great metal motherfucker forever. Here in Horns High, we got CCK here with us
Always.
all the time, looking over us here.
Fuck yeah, always.
And since CK's passed, we decided the way we're going to do this is we take turns in the metal segment, and who's got the horns? So Chris,
I got the horns right here.
passing the horns to Chris.
Fuck yeah.
So he's got the goat horns, right?
Clacking.
And when you got the horns, Chris, that means it's your turn to pick the segment. And so what did you decide on?
I chose to do fucking goddamn motherfucking Lust of Decay. Motherfucking.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So like Lust of Decay formed in shit, I don't remember the name. Something Mountain offhand, I can't remember. But in North Carolina. They were formed in 96 as fucking Pure Hate. And they were Pure Hate until 97, but they were more of a hardcore thrash band than what they are now, not so fucking slamming death metal and shit.
It's Kings Mountain, ain't it?
Kings Mountain.
That
That's
sounds
what,
right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah. So yeah, Kings Mountain, North Carolina, fucking 96 is Pure Hate. And then I'm not going to get in through all the fucking the fucking lineup changes and everything, because there's quite a few of them between the different band names. But then, so then they changed the name of the band in 98. In 98 through 99, they were known as Mind Kill. They started getting heavier, more death metal and everything. They have like influences more like Cannibal Corpse and fucking Deicide and shit. But then fucking 99, they decided they was going to change the band name again, because they found out that there was another band already out there called Mind Kill. So they changed in 99. From 99 to 2002, they were known as Descent. But again, there was another band called Descent. So
shit.
so they fucking like, shit, what do we do now? So they got to put a little more like creativity into what they were going to call the band, fucking maybe something that wouldn't be so popular. And that's when they came up with the name fucking Lust of Decay, which is what they are today. And they had been working on fucking like demos and whatever as the other band names. And like I said, there was lineup changes throughout all over the place. But so as Lust of Decay, in 2000, they put out their demo, fucking Rest in Hell, which heavy as shit. In 2002, they put out the 3-song EP, fucking Infesting the Exhumed. The same year, they put out the full length with the same title, Infesting the Exhumed, but it had 7 more songs on it, including the 3 off of the EP. So they put the whole full length going on that in 2002. In 2004, their second full length, fucking Kingdom of Corpses. Fucking, again, heavy as shit, fucking badass stuff. Fucking, also in 2004, they did a 4-song split with Despise. Each band having 2 songs, obviously. But that split in 2004. And then 2006, the full length Purity Through Dismemberment, which is fucking heavy.
So badass.
Yeah, so fucking nasty. Just heavier than fuck. I was just jamming the shit out of it the other day again. Like, I can't get enough of it every time I listen to it. Just, I don't know. Just the fucking riffs, the fucking drum beats, everything's just fucking.
Yeah, they're wicked.
Just so fucking
They were
heavy,
in
man.
heavycore, and when we played with them, they were in heavycore. So I knew them through that, and super cool dudes too.
It's just heavier than shit, fucking badass heavy music, and like I said, they went through quite a few lineups. I was like reading through all the shit. I mean, I didn't get a whole really deep into it because there's a lot. But as of now, their current lineup is Jay Barnes on vocals, Jordan Varela on drums, Feel Good on bass, and Ryan Couture on guitars, and then Steve Green on guitar, who is also the founder of fucking Comatose Music, fucking, who we all know fucking always puts out badass heavy fucking records and shit. And he founded that in 2001, and ever since then they just been fucking playing badass shows with Putrid Pile. They just did Chicago Domination Fest again, just out there fucking killing it as a fucking just slam grind death metal band, just heavy as fucking shit. And I love them. Like I said, I didn't get too deep into it, but that's basically the history of them, how they started out as 3 different names. But when you fucking have a band with the same name as another one, you want to be known. Unless you're 0111001. Fucking, but yeah, I mean, and I know you're fucking totally into Lust of Decay. I don't know if you got anything you would want to add to fucking Lust of Decay at all, Joey. Fucking.
No, I thought that was good.
But,
the only thing I would say is, if they're gonna fucking play a show around you and you like some brutal death metal, fucking definitely check them out.
I've never seen
their
them.
live set is so fucking good.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I was watching some of the videos from from Chicago Domination, and oh my god, dude, just so fucking goddamn heavy, dude. I love it, dude.
I would imagine that they'll probably return to Full Terror Assault at some point,
right?
Because they played the first one.
Like I said, I knew I'd never seen them, and I was like, they weren't at any of the ones I was at. So yeah,
you pointed out Steve's label, of course, Comatose. I remember that when I was working with him in heavycore, and just putting out some brutal fucking releases.
Always, dude.
Joey's
always.
been doing some reviews of their Comatose stuff.
Yes, sir.
Nasty, man.
Yes, sir.
Definitely nasty.
So yeah, fucking go. If you haven't heard Lust of Decay, go fucking listen to them guys. Just heavier than shit. Fucking just slamming brutal death metal, dude. I love it.
Fuck yeah. All right, very good. I got a Lost Classic for us tonight, guys. Going back a ways. Venom Classic, Welcome to Hell. That is just nasty, fucking evil. You know, back in the day when nobody was doing shit like that, they were singing songs like Evil and League with Satan
Right.
and all this shit.
Dominus over there approves.
Dominus approves. And so, yeah, so some Welcome to Hell. I was jamming that. Speaking of jamming that, Chris, what have you been listening to lately?
Obviously, fucking.
Other than Lust of Decay.
Obviously, Lust of Decay. And once again, I don't have anything specific other than that. I just jam.
That's
I don't
cool.
know.
Joey, what about you, man? Get ready for some Full Terror Assault, probably.
Yeah, for sure. And fucking jamming some of that new Megadeth.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah. Jamming, speaking, you were talking about Lust of Decay, Chris, and one of the guitarists, Ryan Coulter, he's also the guitarist for Coat Hanger Abortion.
Right, yeah.
So,
like every member of fucking
Coat Hanger Abortion.
Every member of Lust of Decay though is in other fucking just badass fucking bands. Like if you look up the members and look at other bands they're in, it's like holy shit, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, no, I've been pretty much jamming that and fucking I don't know. I've been working a lot lately, so fucking my jams have been kind of down. But also, I was trying to jam through the Goremonger set because I play Thursday at Full Terror. So
fucking
right. A, dude. I've been jamming this band. I never heard of them before. Played them in the beginning of the show. Asylum, a killer band from Australia, from Queensland. These guys are brutal. Thrash, really good. Also, Joey, you posted this on Facebook. I went and checked it out. That new Severed Head Shop.
I haven't heard the new one. Those guys are so good.
They sent me the EP. They sent me the file, so I've got some good audio to use for next week. We talk about
the fucking
the
fucking. So it's a good one. I've been jamming that, and then as you pointed out, Joey, that new Megadeth. I also ordered a DVD on eBay, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be some pirated shit or what, but it was Merciful Fate, their full set at the Wacken Fest here just this summer, and it was pro shot. It was fucking amazing, but it's cool because they come out like when it's starting to get dark, and then by the time their set is like at the peak, it's like dark, and you see this huge fucking inverted cross lit up behind him, and it's fucking sick, man. King Diamond's got that crown
looking thing on it.
It's fucking nasty. Really, really good stuff. But speaking of Merciful Fate, they're doing their first U.S. tour in like 20 years or more. Them, Creator, which is going to be nasty, and Midnight are doing a U.S. tour, but unfortunately, they're not coming to here. They're not coming to the Midwest.
That sucks.
They're doing, I think they get as far as Detroit, and then they jump out to the West.
The West Coast, yeah. They just skip right over his thanks, guys.
So that's a bummer because, I mean, I don't
Midnight's
go to many concerts
awesome,
anymore, but I would have probably gotten myself to see fucking Merciful Fate and Creator. I mean, holy shit. I love both bands, so really good shit. Now, speaking of good shit, we got a Tampa Death Fest coming up, Joey. I know that's pretty wicked show. It's their 4th annual, and it's at the old Brass Mug there in Tampa. And that starts on Friday, September 30th to Sunday, October 1st. That's 2022. And they got a hell of a lineup, Chris. I mean, some really, really good bands.
They always do. They always do.
And they said they got bands from all over the U.S. at Kansas, Colorado, New York, Texas, and Georgia. And then, of course, a bunch of Florida bands. And, Joey, you sent me the track from these dudes. They're headlining the Friday show. But
animals killing people.
Yeah, really pretty brutal stuff. And then
Yeah, them dudes are fucking heavy.
yeah, and then Flesh Order is headlining Saturday, and then Corrupted Sane is headlining Sunday. I think next week we'll run through some more of the bands, but we'll link to it in the episode description so you can get your advance ticket for only $50.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
3 nights of fucking metal for $50.
And
That's
each
fucking,
night there's
come
like
on, man.
15 fucking bands. I mean, it's crazy. So that is a great deal. We'll link to that in the episode description. You can also just do $20 if you just want to go for one night. But the $50 deal, definitely
Yeah.
the way to go to
That's what's up.
make the
Hell
most
yeah.
of your fucking head-banging experience. That's for sure. So
Word
Tampa
up.
Death Fest. Hell yeah. Now,
No, they're fucking so super cool down there.
Dude, we had a great time.
Yeah, and Eric and Chrissy, they're like fucking supporters of the show too, for real. So that's cool that we're cross fucking promoting each other. But yeah, absolutely. When we went down there, it was so fun. Like I told them, I will definitely come back to Florida sometime to play.
That's cool.
Hopefully in the near future. So
that's really cool. That's for sure. Now, Joey, you mentioned this just a little bit ago. You're going to be playing at the big Full Terror Assault show. What's the details on that?
Well, when this episode drops on Thursday or Wednesday, if you're a Patreon listener, like it's that day, like
Right.
2 days from what we're fucking talking about right now. Bands Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at Cave and Rock, fucking Southern Illinois, Full Terror Assault 2022. I mean, this shit's just been fucking getting bigger and bigger every year.
Every year.
They got, yeah, and like I said, I play on Thursday, but fucking also you got fucking Creeping Death playing, you got Putrid Pile, No Moss, Skinless, Escuela Grind,
The Squealer Grind's so good, dude.
Angelus Apatrida, and then the big hitters, you got Pig Destroyer, Municipal Waste, and then the big headliner on Saturday, Suicidal Tendency.
Fuck
It's so
yeah, dude.
fucking bad.
I can't wait for that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Lots of other bands, like I said earlier, Sexual Atrocities is on there, and fucking just a lot of stuff. Shock Narcotic, Bandit,
Poolside
a
at
lot
the
of good
Flamingo,
bands.
fucking.
That's
Poolside
awesome.
of Flamingo's coming back.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, Full Terror Assault, man. If you dig the woods and you dig metal, look into going to that sometime because it is fucking worth it.
Yeah, it always sounds like a good time. Well, we're going to definitely hear from you guys next week
Oh,
on how that
definitely.
went.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully, Chris, you don't lose anything.
Nah,
or-
shut the fuck up.
get-
Everybody been breaking my balls about that shit, bro. And Michael's got it double time on me now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Well, bands, if you're listening and you want your band played on the show, you can do that by sending us your stuff to pete@murdermetalmayhem.com. We'll check it out. If we dig it, we might do a review. We might play it. We might feature your band. So send it in and we'll check it out. And if you want to go old school and send it to us that way, it's Murder Metal Mayhem, P.O. Box 554, Hayworth, Illinois 61745. You want to throw some stickers in there, maybe a box of Pop-Tarts.
We love
Hey,
stickers and Pop Tarts.
That's right. So we just love supporting the underground stuff. So we have had some bands contact us, so we appreciate that. All right, now Joey, you got the horns next. Any idea who you're going to be doing?
Yeah, and I need to stop bullshitting and go get the goddamn horns from the store.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna put it on my list. I need to do that. Yeah. So since I've been doing so much underground bands, and basically I've been fucking ping ponging between fucking Illinois and then I did an Ohio band, so Midwest.
Right.
I decided my next one I'm gonna do a big band. I want to do somebody that maybe a lot more people know, so I'm gonna do Helmet.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice, dude.
Helmet's so good.
That's a good call, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
Yeah, me and Chris got to see them live at the castle there in Bloomington.
Dude, it was
dope as
so
fuck.
good.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's cool. I think it's great to mix it up. So that'll be cool for next time. And
Hell yeah.
also, Joey, you plugged this earlier, the Patreon, our 666 Club. People can get our
yeah.
episodes a day early if you're a member. It's only $3 a month. You can help us pay some bills here and get some perks like the episodes a day early. You get the discounts on the merch. And it's just a good way to support what we're doing and get bonus content.
Try to help us out a little bit. This is hard work, man.
That's right. Interviews so we can buy guns and bombs and stuff.
I was just going to say, if y'all don't start giving us Patreon money, we're going to start
might even buy
people.
a pink bungalow out in the country. So we could paint my garage pink and call it the pink bungalow. So support the cause. 666 Club. We'll link to that in the episode description. All right, well, we have done plenty of metal tonight. So, Chris, what the fuck are we going to do now?
Oh, we're going to get wacky and get on my hand, boy.
Yo, this is Punky Brooks. You know it, boy. Finley Crips in the house. Yeah, well, last time you heard me, I was in some bullshit commercial for the Finley Gang Crisis Hotline. 419, motherfucker. You heard some bitch dissing on my moms and talking all kind of smack about the gang life, how it's bad for these kids. Thanks to the Finley Crips, I'm a successful motherfucker. And so fuck all them bitches that say gang life is bad, because it's not. 419, bitch, punky out, ho.
Oh God,
That's fucking good shit.
yeah,
Dude, it's funny fucking because like that's the fucking Finley Crips gang crisis. Yeah, fucking.
And now he's there.
No, it's funny because of the bot. You know how at the Zoom it shows your name or whatever.
Oh, right.
And it says only Finley Crips real. I keep looking at it and keep thinking. No, I keep looking at it and keep thinking it says OnlyFans. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Some Joey doing some Finley Gang Crisis Hotline commercial. Before that, Lust of Decay and the song Licking Bacterial Ecstasy.
Yummy.
Pretty brutal stuff. All right. Well, Chris, we are in Mayhem, and you said you had a little Mayhem for us.
I got a
tonight,
little
so.
something. The whole, the pink bungalow fucking like threw it into my head.
Okay.
So like my old boss, like he had this house and his neighbor that lived next door to him was always bitching about shit constantly, like calling the cops for nothing, like being like, oh, fucking calling the cops, oh, they're fucking loud as shit outside, whatever. And we'd be outside doing the same thing that we were already doing. Cops show up looking around like, what the fuck is going on? Why'd they even call the cops? And you guys we're like, we don't know, dude. Just like always talk like legit. Like we don't know, man. What the hell? So finally he gets fucking just fed up with this shit. And he's like, the side of it was an older garage, had the wood fucking slat siding on it or whatever. He's like, I need you guys to go to the fucking goddamn Lowe's and get two of the most annoying colors of paint that you can possibly find.
Oh, God.
So we're like, me and Big J, we fucking go to Lowe's and we get like the brightest neon pink and brightest neon green that we could possibly find. So we paint every other slat of siding, one pink, one green, one pink, one green.
Oh my God.
We found just the brightest shit. And then like around the window, like the frame was all bright pink and green. It stayed like that for, we did not fucking, we left it like that. And we could tell the fucking neighbor was just salty as fuck about it. Cause he'd give us looks and shit, fucking give him looks, fucking whatever. About a week and a half after we did that, motherfucking fencing company coming in, putting a fucking privacy fence up along the side of the property. They're just like, fuck that. So we won, motherfucker. But yeah, dude, the pink bungalow made me think of that. Like,
And the pink, then your story and the pink bungalow remind me of a very quick story of a buddy of mine back home in Connecticut. He's passed now. But his name was Andy, really good dude. He was a drum roadie for my first band. And anyway, he got this tattoo on his arm, and he thought he was a badass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everybody gets their first tattoo. It was like, fucking fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, but he thought he was so badass, he gets this band across his arm, just said Andy on it, you know.
It's just his name.
Yeah, so it wasn't like really that badass. But it was a red banner with his name on it.
Right.
So like an idiot, he goes up on the fucking roof and suntans like the day after.
Oh my God.
So
dude.
the red turned pink. So he had this pink band on his arm. It said Andy on it. It was pretty funny.
At least he didn't go to waste Jesus' artist.
Yeah.
Jesus
So I
Christ.
don't know how long it stayed like that. I don't know if he eventually had it covered up, but it was kind of funny. So
God damn. Yeah.
Chris, I'll tell you what your story reminded me of, Chris, is whenever you painted that big ass pentagram on the door to the
When we
fucking
found
shed.
out, when we found out we were moving out of the fucking trailer park, fuck, it's like, fuck this. I put a big old pentagram 666 on the front doors of the shed, dude. So fucking
God.
next thing you know, we're getting a fucking note from park management saying you gotta take that down or you're getting evicted. We're like, fucking moving anyway. Fuck you. but we rolled over it fucking with some random color, like, we'll cover it up. Don't
Right.
need pimple. But at the same time, I
That's
was like,
funny.
man, fuck that. Motherfuckers got crosses and Mother Mary out in their fucking yard. What if this is that's discrimination against religion,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Like, fuck you.
All right. Well, we always love doing some killer cage match tonight, guys. We're going to do one that should be interesting. We have our listeners provide random numbers on our
Yes, we
Facebook
do.
page to help us decide who's going to fight and what they're fighting with in the cage. And our listeners that helped us out this week.
Once again, we have Christy Mason, Samantha Cram, and Como Wall Bacon. Can't wait to see you tomorrow, brother.
Hell yeah. So very cool. So thank you to those listeners. And we got a good one tonight in the cage, Joey. Who's fighting?
We're talking about that communist leader Joseph Stalin going up against the UK Moors murderer Ian Brady.
Hell yeah, that should be an interesting matchup. Kind of a strange pairing up here. And we got some strange things they're going to be fighting with, Chris.
Yeah, they're both fucking kind of
Our
gross.
listeners picked these. So.
Yeah, I know. They're both kind of gross. So we got ourselves a blood-stained, stinky thong.
That's been in there quite a few
Been
times.
in there a few times. And so is this one, the fucking mop soaked in hot puke vomit.
That's nasty. So, and the variable, Joey, I mean, since you're
Since
over
you're in
there in
the
the 419,
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna tell you something else that's funny that just reminded me of it. But our
God.
variable tonight is Sugar Babe flinging her funk-filled toenail clippings at everyone. Now, I forgot about this, or I didn't see his name. One of Sherry Brooks's kids, like one of the way younger ones. He wasn't like Finley Crip style, like he wasn't a fuck up or whatever.
Right.
Like all that
More
shit happened
normal
whenever he
kid,
was.
yeah.
But his name's Garth.
oh God,
So it's
Says
Garth,
Garth
Brooks.
oh God,
Yeah, so somebody that Stephanie knows, like, went to school with him or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
damn.
And
Wow.
said that name. I was like, Garth Brooks, get the fuck out of here. That's so ridiculous.
Right.
So
That
anyway,
is.
yeah, that was funny.
Wow, and they were the Brooks brothers. So
Boom.
go
Right, they
figure.
were.
Not the cough drop airs or anything.
Right.
A little different. All right, so we have got Joseph Stalin and Ian Brady fighting to death with a blood-stained, stinky thong and a mop soaked in hot puke. And we got Sugar Babe in there flinging her funky toenails at people. And if you don't know who Sugar Babe is, you got to go listen to that episode, The Murder of Vera Jo Regal.
Yeah, it's
Sugar
a sad
Babe.
story.
It's a
dude.
sad story, but Sugar Babe is this just nasty white trash bitch that was kind of the ringleader here. So, all right, well, Chris,
Again,
what do you think?
I don't know where to go with this because that Sugar Babe shit's got me fucking just grossed out, man. I mean, look, Me personally, I could probably handle getting slapped in the face with that mop full of puke more than getting slapped in the face with some of her stinky ass feet shit. So like that right there is saying a lot. The thong is long. That ain't Sugar Babe's thong, is it?
Yeah, we don't know whose thong that is. Yeah.
Woo! But I don't know, man. So Sugar Babe's over there flinging that shit around. Fucking Stalin, he's just pissed off because everybody's able to do what they want. Like,
True.
you get to go do what you want when you want. I don't dictate what you're doing.
Right.
This is bullshit. Don't like it at all. Now, Ian Brady, on the other hand, I feel like he was kind of a weaker dude. Like, he was smaller. Like, he murdered, but man, I don't even know where to go with this. This is gross. Everything about it's disgusting. But man, I'm going to say Stalin grabs that fucking mop, slaps the fucking shit out of Sugar Babe, shoves it fucking mop in deep up down her fucking throat. Fuck up any other hole. Just choke her out with it. Ugh. Fucking meanwhile, fucking Ian Brady's over there sniffing that thong because he loves that shit.
Yeah.
He's about it like, yeah, I like it a lot. So fucking Stalin just comes back over to fucking Brady with a fucking mop after he done killed fucking Sugar Babe, just beats the shit out of Brady with it, and he gets reign over everything once again. I'm giving it to Stalin.
Okay. All right, Joey, what about you, man?
Here we go.
When the bell rings, Stalin and Ian Brady, they hem up in the middle of the ring. They're sitting there bear hugging each other, just wrestling. And Ian Brady takes Stalin and he flings him against the ropes. And when he comes back, he gives him the choke and fucking brings him to the ground, fucking gets him into the Boston Crab. And he's fucking doing some badass wrestling on him. And these boys are just fucking wrestling.
Does he check his oil?
Yeah, so fucking he gets Stalin on the ground, and the referee almost gives him the 3 count, but he doesn't quite make it, and Stalin jumps back up. Then he takes him and fucking gives fucking Ian Brady the pile driver, and then in an unprecedented change of events, all of a sudden the bell rings. Three contestants are brought into the cage,
Oh, no.
wrapped in duct tape, and finally let go and released. And those 3 people are tagged into the fight. And those are our listeners that gave us the numbers.
Oh.
So, Ian Brady and Joseph Stalin, they take that bloodstained, stinky thong, and they start using it, and they're fucking like a rubber band. They're flinging it at fucking Christy Mason. Just fucking flinging this gross bloody thong at Christy Mason. Just bogus.
Man.
That's gross.
Then they grab that fucking
Christy.
that mop with the fucking puke all over it, and they see Samantha Cram, and they're like, "Oh, you just had a kid? Well, then you can handle this gross shit." And they just start fucking flinging the puke all over Sam's fucking face.
Oh,
just
man.
fucking gross. And last but not least is our friend Trash Dick Gumma Wallbacon. And he has to stay there as they take all the toenail clippings that mama fucking Sugar Babe is fucking clipping off, and they just fucking shove them into Trash Dick's pee hole.
Oh, shit.
And they just fucking just full of Sugar Babe's fucking clippings in his pee hole. Trash Dick loses. Sugar Babe wins. Stalin and Ian Brady, they don't even fucking die. They just fucking enjoyed the fucking punishment.
Wow.
Oh my God, dude. All right.
Jesus, poor Gummo. Wow.
God damn.
Wow, he's going to be limping around that FTA show.
It's gonna hurt when he pees at FTA.
Yeah,
Fuck.
right? God damn. It's
I've never
Sugar Babe.
brought our listeners into
No,
it,
never.
so-
That was new. I
Oh, that
like
was
it.
good.
So
I
if
thought
you guys
were going
like
to say
that,
it was the Chijon gang. That's what I was
Right.
like.
Right?
The dude with all the stumps on his head. Oh, God.
but if I used you tonight, if you're one of our listeners and I used you, let me know if that was cool or not, or if I'm a dick.
Yeah, don't take
we'd
it
love to hear.
personal.
We'd love to hear.
Yeah.
Now, I did update the 15 variables, so the Sugar Babe one is a new one. So I got some
Right.
good ones on there. So,
You got to do
and your
it
brother
free.
Michael is in there somewhere. I
Oh
think.
my God. Always.
All right. My book, Deeper Than Dead. Appreciate you guys that have ordered it. You can go to deeperthanddead.com to get your copy. And been cranking out some short stories lately, getting ready to put
Fuck
out
yeah.
my first slab of Sickness. which is going to have a new and updated 666 Express with an alternate ending. The story Create the Chaos, which is the sequel to the 666 Express. So we get to ride the 6 train in New York City, and Chaos is fucking down there, and he's fucking stalking us.
And we're doing another audio book with us doing fucking our own parts again, right?
We are. And I also am throwing in the story Death of a Resurrection Man about the grave robbers in Scotland. And so that one is coming out in October. Brian Usual's doing the artwork for that as well. Also, I mentioned the guys from Baldwin are coming in here next week to do that shipment episode with us. We're going to be going there, Chris, on Saturday, October 15th, to do a remote from the haunted house there in Rantoul, Illinois. So come see us if you're in the area.
It's like one of the biggest haunted houses.
Oh, it's a big one.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
these guys have won awards. I mean, this is a really big deal, and this is a cool building. It's a former Walmart, so it's huge. And these guys are going to be there, Rantoul, Illinois, Saturday, October 15th. We'll be talking about it when they're here next week, so that should be fun.
Was it Rick Fisher said he's just starting one of his new
He
things?
does. Yeah, he's involved with the haunted house out
I
there.
can't
in
remember what he
Cleveland,
said
yeah.
it was called, but yeah, he said they're setting up their shit, getting ready too.
Yeah, and I can't imagine if he's involved with it, it's
Oh,
going to
dude.
be wicked as hell. All right, our YouTube channel is a way you can stay up on what we post up there, videos with interviews we do, and
We just recorded Murder Tonight.
we just recorded the murder segment tonight, so we could put that on there. So go check that out, Murder Metal Mayhem, and subscribe and click on that notification link so you can find out when we post new shit. All right, well, we have done plenty of mayhem tonight, so let's hit the fucking outro. Brutal is all I could say about that.
Always.
Animals killing people, and that song, Animalistic Hunger for Human Meat. So those guys
So
are going to be
good.
tearing it up at the Tampa Death Fest. They're headlining that Friday show, Joey, so
Yeah.
it should be nasty.
Nah, that band is fucking badass. Like, they did a split with Gorepot a while back that was just so fucking huge too.
Nice, nice. All right, the bumper music tonight, Joey. Who did we play?
So you caught me off guard here, but we played Lust of Decay, we played Asylum, and we played Animals Killing People.
Fucking
Fuck
right.
yeah, fuck yeah. And Chris, that metal segment intro.
Always fucking great metal motherfucker. Crisis.
You know it. You know it. And the Murder Metal Mayhem intro by Low 12. Thanks to everybody out there listening. We keep seeing those numbers coming in, and we do appreciate that very
Yeah,
much.
you guys
So
are the shit. We
yeah.
love y'all.
tell your friends about it, and thank you for making these 4 years we've been doing this. It's crazy, coming up on 200 episodes. Just unbelievable. All right, we want to say thanks to you guys, and we want to read a few comments. So, Chris, what about that first one?
First up, we got Chrissy Gamble, 565, says, I just moved to Miami and started listening to you guys back in El Paso. Love the show. I really like the topics you cover. Some really good ones I never heard of before in any true crime doc. So, cool.
Awesome.
I'm glad we can bring some new
Yeah,
things
now
to you to
she's
check
got the
out.
Chijon family, because I bet
Right.
she didn't know about that one.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Crazy
Yes,
fucking
thank you.
cannibal
Fuck yeah,
shit.
glad we can help you out with new things.
Hell yeah. Joey, next one?
Danny Vinsano, he said, love Murder Metal Mayhem or just fucking die.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Danny. Gotta love that shit.
Fucking right.
Hell yeah. I like this one. Read the next one. Casey Anthony Sucks Dicks in Hell commented, I love Joey's history of Leviticity that he did. I love the metal you guys play. Thanks, Pete, for Laceration. I've been jamming that shit. I love that old school death metal. So
Shit,
fuck
yeah.
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 Hell yeah.
Casey
that's awesome.
Anthony, man.
That's
if you had to fuck somebody and then kill them right afterwards, I'm going with Casey Anthony.
And then Chris, what about that last one?
We got Mandy Bo
Mandy
Bandy.
Bo Bandy.
Mandy Bo Bandy 69 says, I'm a listener in Nova Scotia ever since I heard your Gabriel Wortman episode with Shane. He sounds hot, by the way.
Wow.
Hey, Shane, what up, Bo?
Shane,
what up?
damn. She
Thank you,
says you
Mandy,
sound
for
hot.
listening. But yeah, get it. Get
Awesome.
some.
That's awesome. A Nova Scotia listener, Shane. You got to go check that out. Go vacation down to Miramichi and go hang out with Mandy Bobandy 69.
Fucking right.
All right. SickRickMasks.com. That's SIKRIK masks.com to support what he's doing. He's supporting the show by being a sponsor, but man, the killer masks he makes. We got 9 of them here in the studio. Jim Jones is the feature one this week, but just some good stuff. So check the episode description on links to get in touch with him, and go on his website and go check out those masks. They're just so wicked.
There's so much detail. Like, I'm looking at the hair on Jim Jones right now.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and the Trick or Treat Studios, you pointed that out earlier in the show, Chris. He's doing those repaints on those.
Right.
So you can get Mike Myers with the fucking burn marks and shit on. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
really, really wicked stuff. So it's really cool. All right, and also, we've been talking about it, guys, the 4th annual Tampa Death Fest. Coming to the Brass Mug in Tampa, Florida, Friday, September 30th to Sunday, October 1st. And check the episode description for a link to that. You can check out tickets. The whole event, 3 nights, $50. I mean, that's a fucking deal. If I've
And if
ever
you
heard
like
one.
that last song we just played for bumper music, Animals Killing People, they're playing their headlining Friday
Yes, sir.
30th.
Right, that first night for sure. So yeah, good stuff. Support them. Also, I mentioned my book, Deeper Than Dead. Go to deeperthandead.com and pick up a copy of that. You can also go to murdermetalmayhem.com to listen to our past episodes. Joey,
it
I
all
see you
out.
got your distro up and running again. So what's the latest?
Yeah, things are still a little bit slow motion because shit's been so busy since I
Right, you're
moved.
still in the
and
fucking
then-
middle of a move, basically,
yeah,
bro.
And then having Full Terror come up too, like that took a lot of my time up too. So
Right.
once I get done with that, then I can get back to what I was doing and recording the new Goremonger album. But also, I've been whittling down my distro and just kind of left in the air what I was going to do with it. But my buddy out in Los Angeles, Machete Dildo,
Right.
he's a badass, but fucking he wanted to release his new album, and he asked me if I'd put it out, and I've been fucking staying away from it for a while, but after a while I was like, you know what, yeah, I want to do that, I want to put it out. So I got that coming out on Fuck the Ass Records too, as well as the Goremonger Horror Flicks 3. So I got some new stuff in the works, and maybe a new rebirth a little bit for the label.
Fucking
Awesome,
A.
man. That's very cool.
Looking forward to that.
And I link to that in the episode descriptions. You can get involved with what Joey's got going on. You could like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can get us on pretty much any podcast platform that's out there. So leave
100%.
comments, rate the show, give us a 5-star, whatever. Tell us we're the biggest fucking idiots you've ever heard of. Whatever
Fucking
you want
love
to say, we'll fucking read those
The
too.
deprecation is real.
That's right. You could support the show by joining our 666 Club. That's patreon.com/murdermetalmayhem.
Only $3, bro.
That's right. $3 a month. So I'll link to that as well in the episode description.
That's one beer at the bar.
That's right. So we're going to let him go with hearing a karaoke song. A little blast from the past. So crank this one up. And until next time, keep one foot in the gutter.
And keep dynamite out of your fist when you're in a fucking car.
I can't stop the way I feel. Things you do don't seem real. Tell me what you've got in mind, 'cause 'cause we're running out of time. Won't you ever set me free? This waiting round's killing me. She drives me crazy like no one else. She drives me crazy and I can't help myself. I can't get any rest. People say I'm obsessed. Everything you say is lies, but to me there's no surprise. What I had for you was true. Things go wrong, they always do. She drives me crazy like no one else. She drives me crazy and I can't help myself. I won't make it on my own. No one likes to be alone. She drives me crazy like no one else. She drives me crazy and I can't help myself. She drives me crazy like no one else. She drives me crazy and I can't help myself. She drives me crazy like no one else. She drives me crazy and I can't help myself.